Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now. Now to perform. We are just getting started. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today? Goes for a shot! Serginho getting this one clear. Alexander-Arnold. And this is Shevchenko.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Roberto Carlos. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos! Tremendous from Roberto Carlos! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And it's Borussia Dortmund who take the lead. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Liverpool are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. And Messi! No, he couldn't get hold of it.
Borussia Dortmund really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Not the most convincing of passes. Ruben Neves. And it's Messi. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Edmilson. This looks promising. Oh, perfectly measured that. And this is Eto'o. Eto'o showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now it's Messi.
Liverpool really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
And we have our very first corner. Cleared away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Nice sequence of passes, this. Ruben Neves. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Matheus Cunha. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. Ruben Neves. And it's half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Haven't played that badly. Getting caught again on the counter-attack is unlikely. They're switched on to that and still very much in this game.
Borussia Dortmund with the game's only breakthrough. It's 1-0.
Substitution on the field. Number 9, Shevchenko. Coming on the field is number 17.
We're on the move again.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Can he get on the end of this? Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Ruben Neves. Roberto Carlos. And it's Serginho. Serginho charging forward down that flank. And he's made sure that's not getting through.
Was that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
That has ended up in no man's land. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Looking for options for movement. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis.
Tries a shot! And again! And that's in! They are right back in business!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Oh, he was definitely fully focused on that, Peter. His reaction and anticipation got him there when everyone else was spectating.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Ruben Neves. It's Roberto Carlos. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Liverpool are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Oh, good effort! And that's a real chance missed.
Batistuta has delivered a really costly miss. It could have been their last chance to win it.
This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Ruben Neves. And here's Batistuta, and he's got away from him. Messi! Terrific effort, just off target.
Well, we always have to give a reason for it, Peter, but did he hit that too well?
Serginho kept his eye on it, and he's there.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
And here's Batistuta. Oh, the ball's run loose here. Roberto Carlos. It's Roberto Carlos! And with that, the end. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of talking points.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So it's down to business here. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Jan Oblak. He's not someone you often see pulling off spectacular saves, but that's about the highest compliment you can give a goalkeeper, because it speaks to his positioning and his organisational abilities. He's just about the best there is when it comes to claiming crosses and high balls into the box too, and is just the kind of presence that spreads a composure and a confidence to it.
Rummenigge! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. Xabi Alonso with the short one. Flashes it. A header! It's in!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised, because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So, a breakthrough already. First quarter of an hour gone. Borussia Dortmund have it back and can go again. And here's Messi. It's not an especially good pass, that. This is a promising build-up. Van Basten. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Shot could... Van Basten! Oh, needed to be more decisive in the end.
Van Basten simply took an age to make his mind up, Peter, when urgency was the single requirement.
Bangladesh have their second corner now. They've played it short, and this is Kante. Tries to cross.
Well played and well cleared.
It's anyone's ball now. And now a sudden chance to counter. And that could set him on his way. And he's there to get it away. That's a throw. And that's going right the way across. And it's Serginho. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Nicely aimed pass. And this is Van Basten. Big chance! And the shot! And that's in! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring.
Rummenigge really played that return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on and he put it on a plate for his teammate. That was just gorgeous.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Now it's Van Basten. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Now, can they get him away? He's beaten the line. He's had a shot! Yes! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
A case now of complete control. So, a temporary halt to the action. Well, that was as one-sided as it gets. Only one side have shown up here, and they're just tearing it up at will.
Hello,
so that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest.
For one of our fan club members.
So let's get the ball rolling. 45 minutes to change their fate. Now, what about a counter-attack? Rummenigge, chance for a shot! And it's in!